one of the reasons they paid CD, paid Dak, is that Parsons is egotistical and self-centered according to the people in the locker room.
I have heard that. His podcast has been a problem. He's very opinionated on that. And he has said things about his players. He said things about other people in the league. And when Adam Schefter starts mentioning stuff like that, I do believe it played a role.
All right, so we talked about Micah Parsons. Looks like a lot of folks are wrong. They did trade him to the Green Bay Packers. Tell us about that. Before I read all these quotes from everybody else, I want to know, how did that happen? Why did that happen? And is that a good move for the Cowboys?
Just like you do, at the end of the day, it's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry couldn't see himself paying Micah Parsons upwards of 40-something million and then also paying Dak Prescott over $50 million. You got $90 million, 33% of what the cap's going to be in two players. And Jerry makes a good point. People say, Jerry's losing it. He's a little senile, Now, he made an excuse of it, but they should have been trying to correct this, the whole offseason. Your run defense. Your run defense is pitiful. And you got Philadelphia and Washington in the conference. These dudes are going to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So the inability to be able to stop that, then try to use that as an escape, as an excuse for Micah Parsons. No, Jerry Jones had a deal with Micah Parsons, a handshake deal this offseason. Micah Parsons took that deal to his agent, and his agents basically told him, you should have never authorized that. You should have never signed off on that. That's a bad deal for you. And it was a 5-year deal, so he would have been, it's a 6-year contract. He got one, he left his option year, and then 5 more. So 6 years, been like, man, you don't know where you'll be in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And where the money will
where the
be.
Market
the
will
salary
be.
Yes, like guys could be making $80 million by then.
Correct.
So this was the really only solution, because Michael came up with the mystery back. Because if you're going to come up with an injury, either your neck, your back, or your brain, because they're
hard to prove?
Yes.
It's based on how you feel.
Yes.
I can't prove it. I can't prove you're telling
I can do like
lying.
this all of a sudden. Hey, Cris, something wrong with your neck? Yep.
Can't do the knee.
Yeah.
They'll look at the knee.
I'll leave right out of here and I'm out playing golf. When I show up over at the facility,
this is the neck. There you go. So he had the magical back.
Oh, yeah. And then you're cleared. Oh, I'll go see another doctor. Let me get another reference.
Tells me I ain't cleared.
Yeah, I'm going to get somebody to contradict what he just said.
Mm-hmm.
So that when it came to that, and then they knew he wasn't going to be ready for Philadelphia, like, this season's lost.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me see what I can get for him. And it was a bad deal, because if that was the philosophy, you should have done this in April.
Exactly.
Guys like Micah Parsons don't get on the market. Okay, so imagine Jerry calling 31 other teams. Hey, you want Micah Parsons?
Cool.
Be like, yeah, what do you want, Jerry?
Yeah.
Jerry, I want a defensive player, which they got one in Kenny Clark. Okay, he's on the last year of his contract. So they're going to have to pay him. But, man, you know what people would have been doing? Other people.
Anything they could have.
Chicago, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Buffalo. And I'm not going to trade with someone in the NFC, and I'm not going to trade with a team that I believe is going to be drafting anywhere from 25 to 32.
Correct.
Like, you got there are no Micah Parsons at the end of the first round, bro. That's why when you drafted him where you drafted him as a stand-up linebacker, converted him down to a defensive end, I got 50 sacks in 4 years. Why wouldn't you pay him? You drafted him.
Correct.
You draft kids so that they grow up, and when they grow up, you got to pay them, because that's the whole process. Oh, I'm getting ready to draft them, I'm getting ready to develop them, and then I'm getting ready to pay them. And Jerry, because of what happened, and also Dak Prescott, and also realizing, man, my team's going to be lopsided. It's going to be based on these two players that I have and my overall lack of flexibility in building a competent roster. Other teams are doing it, but Dallas can't do it. Other teams got quarterbacks getting $50 million. Both teams in the Super Bowl last year, both their quarterbacks are making over $50 million, and they got talent around them, guys making money. Why can't Dallas do it? Because Jerry is trying to do it off the old model. And for him to say this is the Herschel Walker trade, he's insane.
Correct. I know.
I end up going to Minnesota after the Herschel Walker trade. And I know all the players that were involved in the Herschel Walker trade and all the draft picks. This is not even in the same stratosphere. Mm-hmm. And Herschel Walker was an above-average player. Above average. He was not a great pro player. Mm-hmm. Now, people like, oh, he returns kicks. Oh, you don't draft a Heisman Trophy to return kicks. Not unless he's Desmond.
Correct.
And
that's what he does.
That's what he does.
Correct.
But you don't turn your star running back.
Correct.
Franchise running back, you trade all these picks
into a returner. Yeah.
No. So Jerry, old school, going back to his old days. But to me, this really put a stake in the heart of the vampire. Like, Jerry will not win a Super Bowl before he passes away.
Well, that was already a foregone conclusion.
Well, you are a collection of your decisions. Mm-hmm. And this decision right here, more than any one, will prevent him from holding up that Lombardi trophy for the 4th time.
Which is insane because even when he paid Dak what he paid Dak, there was a price to pay eventually for paying Dak what you pay Dak.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay that price late. You can
Correct.
pay that price early.
But to your point, as a businessman, if you started calling everybody, what he would have gotten, I agree with you. And even it's funny because I read something a long time ago where he said this. And I used that. I was like, Jerry Jones said, don't let your money. Because every time I heard Jerry Jones talk, I was like, anybody can get rich in America. That's what I thought when I heard him. And I like that. I was like, wait a minute. That dude got rich. And I was like, cool, I like that. That makes me believe that people can go make money because I wasn't blown away like, oh, my God, he's unbelievably superior in these ways.
What you're really trying to say is dumb people can make a lot of
100%.
money. It's encouraging.
And it's encouraging. And you know what he said? Don't let your money get emotional. I was like, that ain't a complicated thing, but that makes sense to me. But it's like, you got to ride with your own advice, though, forever, bro. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, it's like, had he come out and said, hey, man, I just didn't, I couldn't put that money into that 2 player. I just couldn't. I couldn't see myself doing it. I'm calling around, hey, Tom, it's not that he ain't the great. Listen, there ain't many Micahs out there. I can't see myself paying 2 dudes that. You guys all got till whatever day to give me your best and final. We're going to go through it with some folks, and we're going to take it. That would have worked. And the Cowboys would have been excited. They would have gotten a plethora of players, and God knows what would have happened. But to your point, you put yourself against the wall, and then you desperately had to grab one dude that's 1 year. That's how that was asked. 1 year.
Yeah, he might not sign with the Cowboys.
He might not.
And guess what? If you ever do get on a journey to the Super Bowl, guess who you're going to have to see?
The Green Bay Packers.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can promise you, I wouldn't trade him the NFC. Yeah, I wouldn't see him until I went to a Super Bowl. Ain't no way I'm giving him to somebody else. And it's the Packers-Cowboys.
If the Packers was giving me 4 first-rounders, 3 first-rounders, they've given me a couple good players and multiple picks besides those 2 first-rounders, then I'm going to keep them in the – but I know I can get that in the AFC.
Right. So why not get it there? All right, so let me ask you this. This is – and who knows if there's any credibility here. Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer, and he basically said that one of the reasons they paid CD, paid Dak, a few other folks, is that Parsons is egotistical and self-centered according to the people in the locker room. Martin, Lamb, Prescott are very popular in the locker room. Breer wrote, that's not the case with Parsons, who's rankled teammates in different ways, seen by some as egotistical, self-centered, and his podcast has created issues as well. Have you heard anything, any truth to that at all?
Yes, I've heard the same thing. And when Adam Schefter starts mentioning stuff like that, I do believe it played a role. Okay. He's also a player that has made comments about Jerry and how they run the team and how they sell these admission tickets so people can be in the building, and it's inconvenient to the players when they're trying to go about doing their job Monday through Saturday. There's other people, fans, in the building taking tours and everything that makes it inconvenient for the Cowboys players. No other team has that in sports where they're selling visits during the week where you can come and get a glimpse.
Jerry's world.
So I have heard that, and his podcast has been a problem because he's very opinionated on there. Mm-hmm. And he has said things about his players. He said things about other people in the league. And it's tough to be involved in the broadcast business, journalistic business, or in the podcast business. And where do you stand the game? Like, what's going to be your image? I mean, you're making $45 million on the field.
Correct.
So to me, I can understand if you want to have a voice out there and there's some ways to be able to do it, but that's it. That's a real Albert Beers is a real source.
Okay.
I know him very, very well. He's not going to put out information unless he's got the goods on it. Now, typically, stuff like that, what'll happen now is Jerry and other people will allow stuff to leak out into the media. But when you're playing, because I've played with players like this, they don't say anything, till they get traded. And then that's when they start hearing, Randy Moss stuff. Oh, really?
It's a backlash.
Brett Favre stuff. Oh, really? Aaron Rodgers. Oh,
here's
really?
one of the reasons we had to get rid of him. Yeah. We didn't want to. It's played a part in it as well. Y'all are beating me up now, but hey, he was a self-centered egotistical dude.
Yes.
Didn't want to be here. What'd you want me to do? But like you said, they'll go to the mat for him when he's there.
Typically, Jerry's guys like that. Michael Irvin, that's 100% his profile. Him and Jerry get along well. But when you're saying stuff and when Jerry can't control your voice, see, because Michael Irvin and them, they never say stuff like that. Troy Aikman, them, they don't say stuff. Emmett and them, that's Jerry. That's our guy. He took care of us, and we not gonna, let everybody look inside.
We're gonna protect him.
Because he always has protected us.
Correct. Took good care of us.